Welcome, it's Danson DIY Doll, and today we're going to be doing Feed It and Weed It, and we're going to be doing part 2 of spring cleanup for the lawn.
Now, a lot of people, because of popular ads and other reasons, will start with a crabgrass preventer with lawn food. However, we don't have a problem with crabgrass, so if you don't either, skip this. The next most popular is a weed and feed product. Again, not a huge fan of using anything with unnecessary chemicals, especially chemicals that can be harmful to sun and the pup, mainly because a pre or post emergent will stop the seeds from sprouting, but I also need different nutrients. If you watch step 1, we seeded. So what we're going to be using is using a starter fertilizer, which will help the seeding. Again, highly advised going back to step 1 and checking out our first stage. But we're going to do some additional seeding here as well, and this will help that grass seed establish. Now, my preferred spreader is this Echo, and we love this thing. This thing is a beast. It has full tires, not plastic tires. They are inflatable, so they handle any terrain, especially a bumpy yard or uneven surface. It's so much smoother. It has equivalents to any of your other broadcast spreaders. Also has this awesome edge guard. Love this. So A, I'm not wasting product. I'm also not putting it in the street where it'll get in drains and go down to the sewer. Also not wasting product on the neighbor's lawn. So we're going to go ahead and fill this hopper and get to work. But first, you're going to want to check the spreader settings. Now, this Echo is calibrated so it matches any of the Scott's broadcast settings. So we're going to set it up to match that. While I was getting the hopper set up and filled, Son was taking care of edging out the gardens and getting some mulch back in the beds, which if you stick around and check out step 3, which is coming soon, you'll see us take care of the gardens and the raised beds to get ready for planting season. Here's a great example of how this edge guard is so useful. I'm out here along our tree bank, and it makes sure that none of that product ends up in the street going down our sewer drains. Let us know in the comments what your favorite fertilizer is to put down throughout the season. All right, now that we mowed and chose the proper fertilizer for our application, it's time to take care of some of these pesky weeds. You have a couple different options. One of them is chemical way, which we like to avoid for reasons right here. Not only do we use the lawn extensively, but so does our pup. So we want to use as few chemicals as absolutely possible. So we're going to go ahead with this awesome tool that's a weed puller. You stick it in the ground. Now, I'm showing you, it doesn't always work on that first grab, but persistence pays off, and you can get these down to the root. Son and I kept working until the hopper was full, and once it is, we don't waste those. We go ahead and put it in one of our 3 compost bins. So if you want to check out our compost bins, be sure to subscribe, because we will give full details on that later. Once we finished with the weeding, we went ahead and went back to some of the areas that are even more problematic. Like this area you see right here, our house shades this, so we need to go extra aggressive and not just use the standard seed we did in step 1. We picked up a bag that's specifically made for dense shade, and then we went ahead and covered that with hay. Now this is what the yard currently looks like. Be sure to hit that subscribe to see the results as the season continues. All our best.